Good morning. This is Good Day UNA. I'm DeWan Garner,
And I'm Mark
and
Perkins.
we're here bringing you your daily news.
A severe thunderstorm and high winds led to at least 8 tornadoes sweeping across the state of Alabama just last week. The Cornerstone Church off of Highway 20 faced heavy winds that caused a large piece of the ceiling to be ripped off and blown away. The winds entirely stripped half of the roof, leaving the auditorium, gym, and kitchen open. Engineers have been hired to determine the full extent of the damage, but contractors' initial estimates have put repairs at a year or more, depending on how much of the building must be torn down. Meanwhile, tarps are being put over the roof ahead of more storms expected this week. Cornerstone had canceled its Wednesday night Bible study ahead of the expected storms, so only 3 people were in the building, safely hidden in the basement when it was hit by straight line winds around 90 miles per hour. A local member of the Florence Church, Charles Haddock, claims this area is blessed with lots of congregations within our brotherhood. We have plenty of offers from other faiths, denominations that have been just wonderful to us. People have just been great with the outpouring of offers and their love and support.
Sheffield Police Chief Ricky Terry confirmed a death from a shooting at Joker's Restaurant around 1 a.m. early Sunday morning. The shooting is still under investigation at this time. Mayor Steve Stanley comments, I don't want to comment until we have more complete information on the incident. Stanley said, I can only express sadness at the loss of life and sympathy for the family of the deceased. Concerns have arisen among local Muscle Shoals and Florence natives as this area seems to be a constant spot for crime and danger. Not even just 1 month ago, James Terrell Whiteside was accused of fatally shooting one man and injuring 2 others at Joker's Indian Kitchen. One of these injured people being a security guard at Joker's Restaurant. Kayla Jawan Horrison was identified as the victim, who later died from these injuries in March.
Home sales in Alabama are white hot and have been for more than a year as the lingering economic effects of the pandemic have mixed with an already tight market to produce the current climate. According to the Alabama Center for Real Estate at the University of Alabama, the statewide median sales price in February for residential housing was $225,568, an increase of 18.3% over a year earlier. In February, demand was up 3% year over year, while supply fell by 26%. Monthly listings were down 25.6% from the previous year. That means that at the current sales pace, all the active inventory on the market statewide would sell in 1.4 months. Analysts feel buyers and sellers have roughly equal bargaining power with 6 months of supply. Homes sold in February averaged 48 days on the market, which is 19 days faster than 1 year ago. It's a very difficult market for buyers. Stuart Norton, an analyst and associate director with ACRE, commented, and I don't see that changing drastically over the short term going forward.
On March 12, 2022, Shoals Ambulance Service was transporting Matthew Markley to the North Alabama Medical Center. A Shoals Ambulance Service employee was riding in the back of the ambulance with Markley. As the ambulance crossed Shoals Creek Bridge into Florence, Markley became disorderly and started fighting the employee, resulting in Markley breaking one of the ribs of the employee. Markley was subsequently arrested for assault in the second degree. Following the incident, the Shoals Ambulance Service employee was continuing to have pain in their ribs and bruising from the assault. The employee was sent for medical examination and treatment.
The Florence Police Department says one man was arrested on warrants following an investigation. 19-year-old Chandler Willis was taken into custody on Monday afternoon. Police say his warrants stemmed from an incident that happened somewhere around December 21st, 2021, where a stolen credit card was used several times, totaling $945.45. Authorities conducted an investigation and identified Willis as suspect. Willis was charged with 6 counts of fraudulent use of a credit card and second-degree theft of property. Willis remains in the custody of the Lauderdale County Detention Center on a $7,000 bond.
Recently, our friends across the pond in the UK have ruled for more funding to be sent for the construction of more on and offshore wind farms. The work in the UK to cut carbon emissions, costs, and transformations to cleaner energy have set an example worldwide. According to the BBC, approximately 40% of the UK's electricity was run based on coal. Today, that number stands at 2.4%. According to the Department of Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy, the UK's upscaling of offshore wind with almost 11 gigawatts of installed capacity. This is more than any other country in the world and offers a path forward for a world aiming to wean itself off fossil fuels. The goal does not end here, though. The government has set the goal to install at least 40 gigawatt offshore capacity by 2030. This has the overall idea to make the UK completely net zero by 2050. As of April 11th, the Scottish government approved the construction of an offshore wind farm with 9 200-meter tall turbines. There has been controversy and backlash on these farms with concerns of wildlife and the effect of public life. While all the answers are not given, wildlife experts on the subject have drawn conclusions of wind farms being placed outside migration patterns to not disturb their peace. The question of noise was also raised. City officials in the areas have set up a compromise. No offshore wind farms or turbines shall be placed within half a mile. These steps to increase the ability to produce clean energy send a message across the world. The United States would be wise to take steps to incorporate this topic into legislation.
The war in Ukraine continues today as reports of Russian use of chemical weapons in Mariupol began to come in. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky says that he cannot confirm with absolute certainty that chemical weapons were used in the city of Mariupol. Zelensky has warned other leaders to keep an eye out to the possibility of chemical weapons put in use. Reports have not been confirmed by the United States either. However, Secretary of State Antony Blinken says that the U.S. has credible information that Russian forces may use a variety of riot control agents. Russia shows no sign of slowing down their invasion despite their very little success, which leaves us to wonder exactly how much longer will this war continue.
Willie Shelby, Marcus Cole, Ronnie Shelby, Jemiah Shelby, and Dontravius Littleton were served grand jury indictments in reference to an incident that occurred in December at the Drink Factory in Huntsville Road. The victim attempted to break up a verbal argument at the bar when she was jumped by several subjects. After the fight was broken up, the victim and her friends were outside trying to get away from the subjects when they realized that they left their personal belongings at their table. They then went back inside to retrieve their items, and the fight began again. Jemiah Shelby and Littleton started kicking and punching the victim. Willie Shelby, Marcus Cole, and Ronnie Shelby blocked the bouncers and others from breaking up the fight. All 5 subjects were initially charged with assault in the 3rd degree. According to medical records obtained after the incident, the victim had suffered hearing loss in one ear. The case was presented to Lauderdale County Grand Jury, and the 3rd-degree assault charge was elevated to attempted murder. All 5 subjects were served attempted murder indictments and are currently out on bail.
Since early February, Scottie Scheffler has won over $8 million on the PGA Tour. Scheffler has accumulated 4 wins, which includes a victory this past weekend at Augusta National Golf Club in the Masters Championship. During this historic run, Scheffler has become the #1 player in the world according to the official World Golf Ranking System. Coming into the 2022 season, Scheffler had never won an event on the PGA Tour. In just 58 days, however, he was able to win the Phoenix Open, the Arnold Palmer Invitational, and the Deli Technologies Match Play event, and the Masters. This is the first time a professional golfer has won 4 events in such a short period of time since Jason Day accomplished it in 2015. Following the round, Scheffler informed the media that he was so nervous Sunday morning that he cried like a baby. He told his wife Meredith that he did not feel as if he was ready for this historic moment. However, Scheffler was able to shoot under par on Sunday to secure his first major win by a margin of 3 strokes over Rory McIlroy. This was the first major of the 2022 season, with the next one being the PGA Championship taking place on Thursday, May 19th.
There has been a massive recall on a particular sweet treat. Kinder chocolate eggs have been a staple in European culture for the last 30 years. However, there's been quite a bit of controversy with this little egg since the late 90s. In 1997, the Consumer Product Safety Commission in the United States decided to ban the Kinder treats after there were several reports and worries of children fatally choking on the small prize found inside. For 20 years, the United States kept the Kinder eggs off the shelf until a surge in popularity in 2017. This surge caused the product to be placed back into American hands. However, recently Kinder has come under fire again for a massive issue. It is reported that Ferrero USA, the company responsible for the production and manufacturing of Kinder eggs in the U.S., reported the presence of salmonella. December 15, 2021, Tina Potter, head of incidents at the Food Standards Agency, said, "Consumers should follow the advice in the latest recall notice, which details all of the products which may pose a risk. A broad, overwhelming recalls for the sweets have taken place. In the UK, the Kinder recall is spread across all Kinder-based products. Reports of salmonella have been reported due to the candy in many citizens across the country. The UK Health Security Agency reported that 67 citizens, primarily children, were affected by the salmonella symptoms in a single week. These symptoms, while primarily non-fatal, can be spread very easily without proper hygiene. It is unknown when the situation will be rectified. However, we will keep you informed. For now, maybe stay away from these chocolate eggs this Easter.
On February 23rd, 2021, Tiger Woods was involved in one car accident in which the professional golfer lost control of his vehicle and drove off of a small cliff. Woods was immediately taken to the hospital where he was examined for non-life-threatening injuries. However, there was much doubt that Tiger would be able to keep his right leg due to the severity of its condition. Now, over 1 year later, Tiger Woods was able to keep both of his legs, and for the first time in over 500 days, he competed in a professional golf tournament, the Masters Championship. The 15-time major winner began stirring up fans 2 weeks ago when he hinted at trying to make a return. Woods showed up for a practice round last Monday, and by Tuesday afternoon, he had confirmed that he would be competing. Although he didn't play well by his own standards, the crowds cheered him on as if he was a winner. Following the tournament, Woods talked about how grateful he was to be back on the golf course. Monday morning, he tweeted, "I didn't play my best out there, but just to have the support and appreciation from all the fans, I don't think words can describe that."
The 2022 MLB season has officially started. For local Atlanta Braves fans, they were able to watch the players get rewarded with their World Series championship rings on Saturday night. Atlanta won the World Series last season, defeating the Houston Astros in a 7-game series 4-2. The rings pay tribute to the late Hall of Famer and former Braves player Hank Aaron. The ring possesses 755 diamonds, which is the same number of home runs that Aaron hit during his career. There were also 44 Emerald Cut diamonds, which is the same number that Aaron wore during his time with the Braves. The championship ring also has a working micro-LED light under the crown. Atlanta was able to split the first series of the year against the Cincinnati Reds, winning 2 games and losing 2 games. They continue their first week of play today against the Washington Nationals, with first pitch being at 12:20 p.m. Eastern Time.
It is with a heavy heart that the Florence Police Department announces the passing of retired police K9 Rex. K9 Rex served the Florence community alongside his partner, Officer Zach Maxwell, from September 2010 to December 2016. During his more than 6 years of service, K9 Rex was instrumental in recovering hundreds of pounds of narcotics, as well as hundreds of thousands of dollars in asset forfeitures stemming from drug-related crimes. K9 Rex put his life on the line to save Officer Maxwell during a deployment in 2014. Officer Maxwell was assaulted to the point of near unconsciousness during a traffic stop. During the confrontation, the K9 Rex was deployed from the officer's vehicle and apprehended the offender, holding him until the other officers could arrive to assist. In addition to his excellent work on the street, Rex was a member of the United States Police K9 Association. He certified and competed annually, earning above average accolades during his service. K9 Rex was recognized as the USPCA Region 2022 top dog in back-to-back years of 2011 and 2012. Upon his retirement in 2016, Rex spent the remainder of his time on Earth with Officer Maxwell and his family. K9 Rex crossed over the Rainbow Bridge at the age of 13 on the morning of March 28, 2022. K9 Rex, thank you for your service.
The Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and Sciences have made their decision on the disciplinary actions for Will Smith's slap at the 94th Oscar ceremony. The Board of Governors were originally scheduled to meet on April 18th, but pushed the meeting forward to April 8th due to Smith's announcement of his resignation from the Academy. Academy President David Rubin and CEO Don Hudson released a statement on the subject that reads, "The board has decided for a period of 10 years from April 8, 2022, Mr. Smith shall not be permitted to attend any Academy events or programs, in person or virtually, including but not limited to the Academy Awards." Smith has issued a quick and to-the-point response of, "I accept and respect the Academy's decision." Smith is still eligible to be nominated for awards despite not being able to attend, because the standards of the conduct rules at play in this action do not apply towards eligibility. As stated by a source close to the Academy, Smith's ban also throws a wrench in an Oscar tradition. The previous year's Best Actor winner tends to present the current year's Best Actress award, but that is no longer possible, so the Oscars will have to break that tradition.
The world's largest national pet adoption event is coming to North Alabama. North Shore Animal League America is teaming with Florence Lauderdale Animal Services to hold a week-long pet adoption event. The event started on Monday and will go all the way through Sunday, April 17th. Adoption fees will only be $50 for adult animals. The event will be taking place from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays and from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. on weekends. This event is one of 53 stops for the Tour of Life 2022. This is a pet adoption tour that travels to 53 cities in 37 states through the months of March and April. If you find yourself in the area, stop by and you may just find your new best friend. The event is hosted at 3240 Robertson Road in Florence, Alabama.
The food delivery service DoorDash is making cash-strapped college students all over the country very happy. The popular delivery app has just released a brand new low-cost subscription plan for its DashPass service. The new plan, named DashPass for Students, cuts the price of a normal subscription from $10 a month to $5 for its monthly plan and $48 for an annual subscription. All undergraduate and graduate students attending an accredited university or college within the U.S. are eligible to become members. There's also an included 30-day trial period to allow potential customers to test out the service for their daily life before committing. DoorDash is capitalizing on new markets some of its competitors, such as Grubhub, have been in for some time. A new survey from the Wakefield Research revealed that 70% of college students order food on a delivery app at an average of 4 times per week. The survey also revealed that 27% of students will spend over $100 per week on delivery alone.
The metaverse, a term coined by Facebook, now known as Meta, last year during the pandemic. While most people, and even experts, aren't clear on what exactly the metaverse is, Sony and LEGO seem to think it's worth investing into, giving a combined $2 billion to Epic Games to help develop new social entertainment exploring the connection between digital and physical worlds. According to Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney, the investments will accelerate our work to build the metaverse and create spaces where players can have fun with friends, brands can build creative and immersive experiences, and creators can build a community and thrive. It appears we will have to wait longer to find out what the metaverse truly is beyond just a few buzzwords thrown around by big tech billionaires. Hopefully, the investments by 2 of the largest entertainment companies in the world and Epic Games' now $31.5 billion market valuation will allow some of these questions about the metaverse to be answered.
On April 11, 2022, Katana Garrett named first responders Cody Hill and Jamie Roan her daughter Zamila's godparents. On October 5, 2021, Katana was only 25 weeks pregnant and suddenly went to labor while home alone in Columbia, Tennessee. Hill, a firefighter for the Columbia Fire Department, was the first one to arrive at her house and said, "I was expecting the worst." He was relieved to see the baby was alive and breathing. The paramedic Roan arrived on the scene next and began to help Hill deliver CPR to the child. Everyone was amazed at how well Zamila was responding to the treatment. In the ambulance, Roan kept telling Zamila, "Fight, little girl," and stayed by the baby's side at the hospital. Zamila was released from the ICU after 4 months. The entire 4 months, Hill and Roan kept track of her progress and also collected diapers, clothes, and other baby necessities, as well as gas carts to help Garrett with her long drives to the hospital to visit her child. Once her daughter came home, Garrett took her on regular trips to see Hill and Roan and surprised them both by asking to be her baby's godparents. Garrett stated, "All I can say is thank you a million times because they are a blessing that God has sent. They didn't give up, so I feel like they will continue to do that later on in life for Zamila."
The weather here as of late hasn't been the best. We've all been expecting nothing but sunshine and heat with it being spring, but Mother Nature had other plans. Today is a 40% chance of rain turning into storms later tonight, and even more rain on Saturday and Sunday. However, it's looking like we'll be getting that sunshine all next week. That's all for today. Thank you for tuning in to Good Day UNA. I'm Mark Perkins.
I'm DeJuan Garner.
Signing off.